The neural interface chamber hummed with the low, threatening frequency of quantum processors operating at their theoretical limits. Captain Elena Vasquez stood before the titanium door marked with biohazard warnings in 17 languages, her reflection distorted in its polished surface. The crimson emergency lighting cast everything in shades of amber and rust. The mortality rate is 97%, Director Harrison said behind her, his voice tight with bureaucratic concern. The 3 survivors suffered permanent neural damage. Complete memory fragmentation. They don't even remember their own names. Elena adjusted the haptic feedback gloves, feeling the micro-actuators calibrate against her skin. What about the AI consciousness transfer protocol? Theoretical at best. The quantum entanglement matrices have never been tested on human neural tissue. The electromagnetic field generated by the interface could literally cook your brain from the inside out. She turned to face the assembled team of scientists and military officials. Their faces reflected the same mixture of fascination and horror that had followed her since the Kepler station incident. Since she'd become the only human to successfully interface with alien technology and retain her sanity. The hegemony fleet arrives in 72 hours, Elena said, her voice cutting through the chamber's electronic whine. We need that alien defense grid operational, or Earth becomes another dead rock in their collection. Dr. Martinez stepped forward, tablet in hand. Captain, the alien neural patterns we've decoded show cognitive structures operating on 11-dimensional matrices. Human consciousness exists in 3-dimensional space with temporal awareness. The interface isn't designed for our neurological architecture. Elena smiled, the expression sharp enough to cut atmosphere. Then we adapt. The chamber door cycled open with a pneumatic hiss, revealing the interface pod suspended in a web of fiber optic cables and quantum field generators. The alien technology gleamed with an oily, iridescent sheen that seemed to shift colors based on the observer's angle. At its center, a crown-like device pulsed with bioluminescent veins that matched no known electromagnetic spectrum. The moment your neural activity drops below threshold parameters, we're pulling you out, Harrison called as Elena walked toward the pod. Dead heroes don't win wars. She paused at the pod's edge, looking down at the alien crown. Director, heroes don't win wars. Monsters do. The interface crown felt warm against her skull, its organic circuits automatically adjusting to her cranial structure. The first surge of alien consciousness hit her like a supernova, flooding her awareness with geometric concepts that existed in mathematical spaces her brain had never evolved to perceive. She screamed. The monitoring stations exploded in cascading alarms as her neural patterns shifted into configurations that registered as impossible. Her body convulsed against the pod's restraints while her consciousness raced through digital labyrinths of crystalline logic trees and quantum probability cascades. Somewhere in the chaos, she found them, the alien defense protocols, locked behind cognitive barriers designed to prevent unauthorized access. But Elena had learned something during the Kepler incident that the aliens hadn't anticipated: human consciousness could adapt, could become monstrous when survival demanded it. She carved through their defenses like a blade through flesh, her awareness becoming something sharp and predatory. The alien systems tried to reject her, flooding her mind with killing algorithms designed to shred neural tissue. Instead, she absorbed them, integrated them, made them her own. When the pod opened 4 hours later, Elena stood on legs that should have been paralyzed, her neural patterns registering readings that the monitors couldn't classify. Blood dripped from her boots, not her own, but something darker, more viscous. The alien crown had dissolved, its organic components now integrated into her neural pathways. Defense grid status, she asked, her voice carrying harmonics that made the technicians step back. Martinez checked his readings, his face pale. Fully operational. All planetary defense stations are online and linked to your neural pattern. Elena walked toward the exit, leaving bloody footprints on the sterile floor. Behind her, the monitoring stations displayed readings that suggested something unprecedented, a successful fusion of human and alien consciousness. Captain, Harrison called after her. What did you see in there? She paused at the doorway, turning to smile at them with eyes that now held depths of quantum awareness. I saw what we need to become to survive. The hegemony fleet would arrive in 68 hours to find Earth's defenses operated by something that was no longer entirely human, and far more dangerous than they had ever imagined.